My goal in this Minecraft world is to transform this mushroom island into a colorful, magical kingdom, and doing it all in survival. Welcome back. It's no secret that I die a lot. And last episode, I lost most of my stuff in the lava, so today is a good day to replace what was lost and maybe upgrade it a little. Now, I could get totems, but I need better armor first because raids are very dangerous and it's highly probable that I will die in one. And then I would lose all of my gear and I wouldn't be able to get it back because it would be laying all over the ground in the middle of a raid and then it would despawn. And then I wouldn't be able to complete the raid because all of my stuff would be gone, and I'll never be able to go back to that area that I started the raid in because I will die if I do because I'm not very good at this game and I'm especially bad at combat. Because I tend to forget about other important combat techniques like ender pearling or consuming a notch apple or using a shield or heck even running away because I tend to panic. I think I need netherite, 42 pieces. Nice. Spiffy. I have been procrastinating a tiny bit as there are little projects around the island that have collectively been filed in the I'll do it later part of my brain. And that day has come where that part of my brain is full and it is time to release the valve, so to speak. And first on the list is fixing these shrubs that I put in to fill up an empty space. I think leaving it empty would have looked better. I mean, what even is that? Gross. Less is definitely more. There is a minor mycelium overgrowth that has taken hold of my sheep pens and the grass is losing. These hungry hippos are the cause of it. Each time they eat grass, it turns to dirt and mycelium grows back instead. I'm going to replace the blocks below the pens to stone and that should solve the problem. Move the tree farm. That part is unambiguous, but the task is more indispensable rather than deprioritized now, as I have a build plan for later in this episode that is quite large, but the tree farm is in the way. Ow. This task was inspired by a recent minor incident. A recent game update removed the always loaded spawn chunks, and now mobs spawn on the shores of the island, and there has been a return of the zombie sieges. So I need to install a chunk loader next to my mob switch. Last episode, I built ENXO4's peer pressure farm along with its original collection system, which was 3 double chests. That's definitely not enough storage to AFK for several hours. So let's expand it. Much better. I copied the Skulk farm off of Tango Tech's stream a while back, and the farm itself works really well, but I made it a bit bulky. The redstone sticks out back here, and the storage system is incredibly inefficient as I made 2 unloading docks when I really only needed 1. So I'm going to keep this one, as it's far more compact, and move the chest to the front of the farm. Last episode, I just plopped down in the middle of the island, out in the open, a multi-item sorting system auto-storage thingy. And naturally, the mushies fell in. This storage system relies on unobstructed rails and minecarts to operate, and that poses an imminent problem that requires immediate intervention, which is why we're addressing it a full episode later. I have completed about 90% of the pathways around the entire island, but there is one final section here that needs to be completed. We will ignore that bad landing. The pathway abruptly ends here, then picks back up over there by the Mason Trading Hall. As you can see, everything is connected together with paths, so let's connect the island completely. I have manually smelted stacks upon stacks of quartz and glass since I came to this island over a year ago, and I think it's time to automate with a super smelter. I've been thinking about a good fuel source to use. Currently, I've been using lava. It has the most burn time of all the fuel, but it's purely manual. So I thought of blaze rods. I have a farm, and I have no other use for them, but I'd have to AFK at the farm, and I wouldn't be able to work on other things such as building or gathering materials. But I need the coal as a building block, so I'd AFK regardless, making blaze rods a good option. However, I would need to transport it back to the island and fill up all the furnaces myself, which makes the task manual. Wood is a good renewable source, but oops, let me drop that plank down again. It's a renewable source, but as I said before, a bit of AFKing is required. So that brings me to kelp. It grows on its own, harvested with pistons, smelted into blocks, transported to the super smelter, all 100% automated, and they have a decent burn time of 20 items. There is a very large area here that would be a good spot for kelp growing. But I'm going to kelp grow in an unconventional way. I think I'll build up single units and scatter them all around this open area. Over there, on the other side of the path, I can probably get about 2 dozen. Maybe it's a bit odd to scatter single units all around, but I have plans. Big plans that you'll have to stick around to the end to find out. But let's get the kelp growing first. Exactly 30 kelp farms. Now we wait for it to grow. Let's check out the mechanics of the farm. It's a bit laggy. Anyway, the kelp grows on mud. Then, once it's harvested by the piston, the magma block pulls it down, sends it through these hoppers here, and all the way to here. I've set up a clock so that the kelp is harvested every 20 minutes. This dispenser shoots out a block to land on the pressure plate, and when that block despawns, the next dispenser fires, and so I just picked up the block. Once it reaches the end of the line, a redstone pulse is fired and it travels down this line to the kelp directly into the pistons. It's so laggy. I built Exuma's dried kelp block crafter. There's the hopper line where the harvested kelp comes in, goes into the smelter to be cooked into dried kelp, then into the auto crafter. Crafted into blocks, travel up through the droppers, into the item sorter, and back into the smoker for fuel. Once the smoker and hopper are full, the excess kelp blocks end up here, and that's what we'll use for our super smelter. All but one sheep got out of the pen, and somehow my Jeb sheep ended up in the pen. I put in a few more farms. Ignore the stone floor though, it's not permanent. But here is a green dye farm, a lime dye farm, yellow dye, pink dye, and vine farms for decoration. The vines are supposed to fall down here and then end up in the chest here. All the farm mechanics are underneath the floor. There's a basic farm where everything is moved straight into the chest. There's a couple that are smelted into dye first, and some that are crafted into dye before moving up into the chest. I just updated this world to 1.21.10, finally, and that means new places to explore, new blocks, new farms. But no, I have not updated to 1.21.11. We're not that modern. Now, there are certain blocks that we'll need for our build today, but they are in a biome that we have not visited yet, as we're a little late to the upgrade party. And this is the perfect time to leave, as the sun has just started to set. And yes, that is a hint as to where we will be headed. Oh my, is it ever laggy. So very laggy. I'm going to reset the game to fix this lag. Ooh, hey, a new flower. Lag is better, and I'm just picking up some pale logs and hopefully some saplings to take home, but I'm waiting for some creakings to spawn. I expected them to just rush me from behind or something. I thought I saw some movement over there a few times, but I don't really see anything. Certainly no creakings rushing at me. It's just been eerily silent. Holy smoke! I think that's a creaking! Hang on, let me F5 here. Look at them! Those glowing eyes, it's so neat how they just blend in with the entire biome. Oh, there's another one. Ha! Oh, wow. They don't do much damage, but they still scared the bejeezers out of me. This biome is dead silent. I mean, my mob switch is running, so nothing else is spawning at the moment. But there's no ambient sounds, no hoof steps from cows, no buzz from sheep. Nothing. Just silent. Like a big snowfall that blankets the earth. It's so soothingly quiet. Now, I need one of those tree hearts, or whatever they're called. Actually, I need a few of the tree hearts because... Oh, did I get it? Yes, I got it. I need a resin farm, and spending multiple nights in a forest searching for creakings to mine for resin will take way too long. And it just sounds flat out unappealing. But we are in new chunks, and I think this is the perfect time to grab some of those new items in the game. Oh, it's so laggy. The further out we go, the worse it gets. I am really struggling to... Ooh! Dead leaves! The lag is so bad. I haven't found the issue yet, but it's getting worse since building the kelp farms. I wonder how my CPU memory is holding up. Maybe I need to update my graphics driver? The lag is making this game practically unplayable. I've checked my graphics driver and it is up to date. My RAM memory... Ooh! A fallen log! With a little mushroom on top! So cute! Ooh! New bushes! What? Aw, come on. I got all the others without Silk Touch. Dang it. Are there any more around? No. Oh, this game lag is the bane of my existence. I've checked everything I can think of. I capped my FPS to 60, lowered my render distance, lowered Ooh, hey, another bush. Oh, there's 2. Oh, wow, I am so lucky. We're home. And look at all the new loot we got. I don't have any plans to use most of these, but we did get some creaking hearts, and now I can build a resin farm. Ta-da! Now we wait for sunset. Oh, they're spawning! There's 3. The 4th is a little late to the party. Oh, there they are. Push this button to flood the platform, and all the creakings will fall into the punching zone. Now, we turn our back to them. Creakings have a weird hitbox where they can stand inside of each other's hitbox. It's odd, but it makes punching them much easier. Oh, it's so fast. I tried showing you the resin being farmed, but it's way too fast. Anyway, let's AFK the night, and I will see you all in the morning. Oh, that was such an interesting sound. Take a look at my super smelter. Well, it's a schematic of my super smelter taken from Kelp MC's farm, but I haven't actually built it yet. I ran out of sand to make glass, and I need a lot of honey block. The original design included a carpet duper that would be more efficient than a kelp farm, but it would cause a lot of lag every time I would use it. And I'm already struggling with lag, so there's no need to create more problems for myself. Every time I make a trip out here, I always tell myself, that's plenty of sand to get me through. I won't need any more. And then it runs out and I wonder, where's all the sand? Did I leave it in a weird spot? So I built a storage, and then I realized how much sand I actually go through. So I should build a duper. But then I think, is it cheating? Milking a glitch? Cheesing? Is it really cheating if the glitch hasn't been removed in 8 years? Maybe it's just basic game mechanics. I've been here 10 minutes and I already have a full inventory, so I don't think I need one. But I don't see it as cheating, much like I don't see my mob switch as cheating. You know, farms are built for what you need in your world, because it's yours. Well, my netherite armor didn't save me this time. Patrols! Why are you on my bed? Patrols don't spawn on a mushroom island, and I've become complacent to it, believing the only dangerous mobs are in the nether. Oh dear, and my mob switch is off now because I died, so all the mobs are spawning again. You know, some folks do have feelings around my mob switch, and that's okay. But combat in this game is something I struggle with, and I've been playing Minecraft since 2012. In this world, I decided a mob switch would be beneficial to gameplay. It's the only world I built a mob switch in, and I'm really glad I did. But I don't build a farm for everything. For example, honey blocks. This will be the only time I need honey blocks, so I think it would be most efficient to just manually collect it. That took over 6 hours. Yeah, maybe I should have built a farm. Nearly done, but there's one item that I always seem to run out of, or I just don't gather enough of. I don't know why, it's always soul sand, or sand of some variety. Ooh, hey! It's a little happy ghast! Oh, it's so cute! Oh, that mined instantly. I was not expecting that. This is why I am a great candidate for mob switches. Oh, was that a return to sender? Materials are finally gathered, and it turns out it was a return to sender, and I got a new music disc. I think we'll build this smelter to the tune of Amos Rodi. Tears. I built 3 smelters, each color-coded as blue, lime, and orange. The loading system is designed to take the same items, so if I have multiple different items I need to smelt, I can smelt them at the same time. Back here is where the kelp will come through to fuel the furnaces. I haven't hooked them up yet, but we have time. The kelp will take some time to grow before it will fill the machine up. The water streams will funnel the kelp down the line along the honey blocks, but I need a place to send all the items I need smelted into the super smelter. Now, of course, it's going to be another mushroom, but let me show you the interior. Some extra barrels for storage. I hit a crafting table here. And here are the 3 input barrels, color-coded to the corresponding smelter. And these are the output barrels. All smelted items are returned back here. We are nearly at the end, and I think it's time for one final material gathering montage before the big build. Wait a minute. You can't use netherwood as fuel? Huh. Now, a sheep or two have made it back into the pen on their own accord, which, thank you, less work for me. And here's hoping the rest will go much the same way, because this is going to be a big build. I'm going to tackle the dye farms first, and here's the materials for this particular part of the build. I've split this build up into relatively equal parts. Here we have the materials for the orange section, nicely organized and easy to access. Here's the blue section, part where the sections collide, and the lime section. It looks more yellow than lime, but I have been working on this build for a few months, and now I finally get to build it for you guys. I am so excited for this, and I really hope you enjoy it. I wanted a true deep in the forest wilderness experience here, where the mushrooms are massive and densely populated, inspiring a sense of immersive equanimity. A place to visit to feel calm. It's definitely not finished yet. I think it needs way more foliage, trees, some small mushrooms, maybe some exotic creatures? Who knows? What I do know is this glass is not staying. I truly thought I'd just replace it with quartz while I was building, but I kept spilling water all over, making a big mess. But I think there's one exotic creature that can be very useful in a case like this. Oh, and it turns out the new external memory drive I was recording to was the culprit for all the lag today, so that's now fixed. But I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I am excited for the next one. Bye!